All right, buckle up. Tariffs are on the fast track to the Supreme Court, and the economic stakes couldn't be higher. Welcome to the Big Money Show. I'm Brian Brenberg, along with my co-host Charles Payne, Dagan McDowell, Jackie DeAngelis, and with us for the hour, Slate Stone Wealth Chief Market Strategist Kenny Polcari. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Well, the Supreme Court is moving quickly to determine whether the White House has the power to impose those sweeping tariffs. The justices want the case decided by the end of the year. Critics say the tariffs are executive overreach, but the administration says we're nearing a dangerous tipping point.
I'm confident the Supreme Court's going to go with us. As you and I know, in economics and markets, there's something called a tipping point. And my judgment, that as someone who's taught economic history, is that we were very close to the tipping point, and the emergency nature of it is we're close to the waterfall, and President Trump has taken us away from the edge.
Charles, you're a guy who I know studies economic history. I think it's interesting that Scott Bessent's talking about this tipping point.
Yeah.
And he's doing it because he's talking about the stakes of the tariffs being repealed. Basically, the Supreme Court saying you can't do this. Do you think we're as close to a tipping point? And what is the tipping point if we are near one?
Well, we're not as close as we were. I mean, we saw, and I think, the whole thing is just absolutely phenomenal in my mind in the sense that the inflation that was expected, hasn't materialized. I don't think it will materialize. And I was probably one of the most, I was out there stronger than almost anyone back in May and April when that was the consensus on Wall Street. Although reading Smoot-Hawley and studying it is not that hard. You can see it was deflation. That's a different argument. The tipping point, in my mind, is the ability to bring, I think this was our last chance, to try to bring back manufacturing to this country, to rebuild our industrial base. Because think about, there's a gap there, right? You hear people say, well, I don't see it. Even now you say, well, we don't see it in the manufacturing data or the construction data. It takes a certain amount of time and a certain amount of investment. It also may take a little bit of a sacrifice from corporations, corporate America. Here's what I say to corporate America. For decades, your profit margin was between 6 and 8%. After 2009, it went to 16%, and now it's around 14%. You're making more money than you've ever made before. This is called an investment. This is called an investment into your key constituents, right? And if we don't make it now, I fear that we would never be able to make it. That it was the public pushback against this. Oh man, my Beanie Baby cost a little bit extra money, whatever the hell it is. You know what I mean? That even on a temporary basis.
Nowadays, I think is what.
Oh, let me tell you, that stock's up 400% though. But don't get me started. I wish they traded.
Stay focused.
It's on a Hong Kong market. Don't get me started. My granddaughter hit me to that. But the point is, though, we want to get those dolls made in this country too, if we can. But seriously, we were at a tipping point, and some you can even argue maybe we went past the tipping point, because it's still going to be an uphill battle to get those things done. Now, in the meantime, think about the bond market's reaction. The bond market wants those tariffs to stay in place. All right. Think about the stock market reaction. When this, I won't call it an activist judge, but when the judge said, okay, these are unconstitutional, the stock market crashed. If they said that back in April, the stock market would have exploded to the upside. So everyone's become used to this. The trillions of dollars and that will go against the deficit over the next 10 years if they stay in place, bringing back the industrial base, bringing back jobs. We desperately need this as a source of a foundational source for our economy. Not now, you can't measure it now, but measure it over the next 2, 3, 4 years.
Right. Dagan, I heard a couple things in there that I thought might pique your interest. Bond yields, what's the bond market telling us? Trillions in revenue, whether it goes against a deficit or not, we shall see. But I know you've been hot on both of those. What do you make of this?
It's kind of surprising that the Supreme Court is acting so quickly on this, is moving so rapidly, given the fact that you had not one but two courts rule in the other direction. I talked to Lydia Hu for a long time about this early this morning. But if the Supreme Court overturns the president's ability to implement these tariffs, two things are going to happen. Longer-term interest rates, Treasury rates, will go up dramatically, and the slowing in inflation will reverse. Because, as Charles was pointing out, and we saw it in the wholesale prices this morning, And I said this day one, tariffs are not inflationary. They actually slow growth and have slowed inflation that we import into this country. But the reason that longer-term interest rates would go up, I will just go to a headline recently. Trump tariff revenue helps U.S. keep AA+ rating with S&P. That was in August. We're looking at bare minimum. Right now, it's about a little more than $180 billion in tariff revenue up so far this year, fiscal year, roughly. That's more, I keep saying this, but that is more than Congress, the Republicans, cut in spending in the One Big Beautiful Bill. We're running, on average, more than $100 billion per month in just interest on the national debt. That's $400 billion, roughly, in tariff revenue, which is where we're going to be running, is 4 months of interest on the national debt. Or so far this year, we have brought in more revenue, and it's tax revenue. It is a consumption tax on Americans who probably don't pay any income tax in this country. So it's more than Congress offset with spending cuts. We need that revenue desperately. And so it's up to Congress. Do you like the tax revenue that's coming into the federal fisc? Do you need it? If you don't need it, then you do need it, but you should then step up and cut spending commiserately with what goes away in revenue if that's the way the Supreme Court decides.
I really wish they would cut spending. I don't think they are, Jackie.
No. Well, then they might be forced to, because if longer-term interest rates go up, guess what also goes up? Your borrowing cost and your interest expense. It could be not great for the economy.
It's true. The legality of it, Jackie, I mean, you go wherever you want to. I'm just saying, as a matter of my non-legal analysis, I think that the odds are good the Supreme Court's going to uphold the appeals court decision, and they're going to strike down at least some portion of the president's tariffs. I don't know where you land on that, but I also wonder then, what does it mean? What are the implications of that? All those issues on the table. Go.
Well, sometimes some of the justices go rogue, so I don't want to make a prediction. I know the administration is saying they think the Supreme Court is going to rule in their favor. I thought you made an excellent point the other day on the back of something that Dagan has always said, which is the Democrats are in favor of tariffs. They'd like to be able to exercise and use these powers later on. So maybe you get the liberal justices actually oddly on board with this.
I think it's very possible that's who carries it if the Supreme Court goes with Trump. It could be the liberal justices.
And so I'm not going to try to game it in that way. The way I approach this is to ask myself, what is it exactly the Supreme Court's going to try to decide on? They're going to try to decide two questions. Is this a national emergency or a tipping point, as you guys have been discussing? And also, is this the right application of the law? So I think you made a case for, where we are with respect to the tipping point. Peter Navarro, the trade team, they're all saying that trade deficits are in such dire shape that this is a national emergency, and hence this law definitely applies. Then I look back to some of the precedent. He created the case a little bit for some precedent using this act in his previous administration to implement some of his tariffs, although they were at a lesser scale. And I think the big question then becomes, and I'm trying to synthesize so many things that we've talked about at different times together in this timeline, Dagan's brought up the idea of, are these tariffs permanent or not? If they're being used as an emergency situation to stem a crisis, the court might look at it differently versus the implications of whether they're permanent. Now, the administration has said many times, we never said they're permanent, and they didn't say they're permanent, but the market's assuming that they're permanent and that they are going to stay here. This is really a case about Trump versus small business. His policy that he implemented in these small businesses that have, brought this case saying, this is a tax, this put me out of business. This isn't sustainable, and it's only going to get worse. And so they've got to synthesize all of that and come up with a ruling.
Yesterday, the NFIB, the largest organization for small businesses in this country, inflation worries are free-falling. Prices have come down. Right. That's what they had to say yesterday. Right. So you're always going to find individual companies, particularly those who over-rely on China, for instance. But the organization itself that inflation number, which spiked in 2022, has come down rapidly in the face of all of this, which is interesting.
Inflation isn't the worry for them. They're laying off people, bankruptcies among, say, farmers and fishermen on the rise, among trucking companies. So they're not worried about inflation. They're worried about going under.
Right. And I think that's the central issue. I just want to say this about how they're expediting it. I do think that they realize that the markets, the administration needs to know what its next moves are going to be, and that this is an important case to fast track. They've got a deadline for filings to be submitted of September 19th, oral arguments early November. They want to have a decision by the end of the year. And I do think that that's smart for everybody involved.
Kenny, Charles said something interesting. He said that markets are now expecting the tariffs to stay. They want the tariffs to stay. Is that how you read it?
I do read it that way. I think, and the longer this drags on, the more tariffs is going to be, the more benefit it's going to be, which actually has, that's a double-sided sword, because if the Supreme Court then says they're illegal, that's just a larger amount that ends up having to get paid back. And so Dagan's point, think about what happens in the bond market, because we'll have to go to the bond market to raise that money. So supply will explode, prices will decline, and yields will shoot higher.
The Treasury market, to Charles's point, longer-term Treasuries, it is not telling you that these tariffs are getting overturned.
Right.
Because the 10-year is at 4.04 right now. That's
The 30-year has come down dramatically.
4.7, I think. 7.3 or something, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I suspect investors are going to be watching the Supreme Court very closely come November and argument.